Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and today I'm bringing you a quick peek into the Ultimate Crochet Bible, a complete reference with step-by-step techniques by Jane Crowfoot. Okay, now this publication is a little old, not megally old. Let me see if I can find the dates on it. Okay, so this book was published in 2016 in the UK. It is also available in the UK. Purchase price at the time was $14.99. You can also get it in the US for $19.95. That was at that publication price. And in Canada it was a $22.95. So you never know, you might be lucky and be able to find this book on the shelves locally to you. Now let's have a look inside, shall we? Okay, so as you can see here, we've got very bright, dramatic imagery, which is brilliant. We've got a basic granny square blanket on show there. And then we have our contents list, which shows us an introduction, getting started, crochet basics, textures and laces, thread, crochet, Tunisian and interlac, crochet, working with colour, beads and sequins, crochet edges, embellishments, professional finishing techniques, a glossary, resources, index and acknowledgement, and credits. Okay, so here we go. First page, we have our introduction. It's all about Jane and other bits and pieces. Okay, and as you can see, beautiful imagery. Now the section of getting started is one of the advantages of craft crochet over many other crafts. It's a relatively small amount of equipment you need in order to get going. Crochet is very portable because a lot of time you're reliant on just a hook and a ball of yarn. However, it's worth spending time choosing the correct equipment and making sure that you have all the pieces you are likely to need. So here she's talking about choosing different hooks and the different styles of hook, also your different sizing and what each section is called. Now they are calling this section here the shank, so that's how you can tell it's a UK version of the book, because I call it something else. Right, okay, other equipment that they are speaking about is gauges, stitch markers, pins, tape measures, all that gorgeous extra stuff that we end up purchasing lots of. Then we move on to the yarn and the different types of yarn that is available or was available at the time of print. Okay, and it gives you a write-up on what it is and bits and pieces like that. Then we move on to the different weights and the plies and what it is called in different countries, which is really cool. And a bit here about traditional crochet thread, so that also gives you the sizes of the yarn, of the thread, and what hook size to use. They're the little diddy hooks. Okay, then we have a section about scale, so how different yarns can create different size projects using exactly the same pattern. Section about choosing your yarn, laundering and dry cleaning symbols. The amount of these I see that I haven't got a clue on. Okay, oh, what's this little bit? Even if a ball band states a yarn is machine washable, it's a good idea to test wash before putting a finished project in the washing machine. Try using your gauge tension square as a test piece in order to see how your yarn reacts when washed and dried. And there is a gorgeous video on Courtney at Fiberfox Studios where she is showing what things can go wrong when washing test squares. I will have to see if I can find that video. I love that video and I will link it above here. Sorry Courtney to do it to you again, I'm evil and sadistic. Okay, our next section is about substituting yarn and working out for drape and calculating yarn amounts, and then a section on how to read the pattern. We then come on to abbreviations and other items like that, and it explains it all to you, so whether it be in written form, in words, or as a chart and symbol. So that was a really nice base section to get you going. And then we have the crochet basics. So it's showing us how to simply hold the hook and the different techniques there are. Then of course how to make a slip knot, holding the yarn, the tension in the tail, and all that other stuff that we think we already know. Okay, and then we come in with our basic stitches. So as you can see, this book is a very technical book, so it's an ideal, I would say definitely an ideal present for someone that's just starting out. Or if you're going to borrow it from the library, it's a good one to borrow just to give your technique a little check, really, to see if you've got things down to pat. Sorry, bad term I know, but there we go. So then we are talking here about recognising the reverse and the front of work, joining new yarns and how to skip stitches, how to weave in, how to work in the round. As you can see, I'm going to scoot through. I'm hoping there might be some patterns, but I haven't had a chance to look at this one yet. But as you can see here, they've got the chart here, and I'm assuming that that chart represents what's in the picture anyway. So if you are good at reading charts, you'll be able to do that one quite simply. Okay, so here we go, and then we are onto a stitch directory. So that's showing you how to do your basic granny square, how to do a triangle, a hexagon, how to do tubular crochet. So that's working in the round, isn't it? And then we come on to amigurumi, which actually has a little pattern for that cheeky Ted. Now the next section is textures and lace, and again they've got charts to show you what the how to do the stitch work for the stitches and bits and pieces like that. That's pretty. Spike stitches, that's something I haven't tried yet. Oh, we know this one, the basket weave stitch. If you need a video for that, check out the Stitch a Week playlist. Been there, done that. Then we have got one here with raised columns. Haven't done anything like that yet. And some other gorgeous stitches there. Okay, then they're talking about cross stitching, stitches, cables and clusters, puffs and popcorns, lots and lots. I'm going to scoot, otherwise I will be here for ages and ages. Okay, they're even showing how to do a loop stitches. That's brilliant if you're making toys or even just a simple rug. That is a very effective stitch. Okay, so lots and lots of stuff in there. More stitches, more pattern ideas. Talking about freeform crochet. Now we're on to the cotton section, so that is the thread counts. So they're showing us how to do a filet crochet. I'm going to start singing dodgy songs soon. That's worrying. Okay, then they've moved on to Irish crochet. That is something I really want to look into at some point, but I'm not quite there yet. Okay. Tunisian and interlac crochet. Now we have got one video up for interlac crochet in the Stitch a Week set as well. That is the one with the squares, and that can be done using just your standard crochet hook. Okay, and it looks quite like that actually. Right, next one is working with colour. So it's showing you how to, you've got a colour wheel here, so it's on choosing which shades work best, and then of course choosing different ways to do the stitches. Whoop. So they're covering the, was it the intarsia, that's the word in the top left corner, and the jacquard crochet method there, which I think most of us have used this method because that's the one that I use and that I learnt first. So then we've got working in the correct way, so it's showing you how to avoid your yarns getting into a tangled mess. Then we've got a section on sewing in ends. More info there. Then a section on the beads to show you how to pop them onto your yarn and how to work with them. Then a section on crocheted edging. So again, showing us how to join our work, how to add our work, and oh look, shell border. Okay, and some more edging ideas there. So then fringes, ruffles and tassels. And then a section on embellishments. Okay, a section here on surface crochet. I've done this on a shawl and it's really effective, but it wasn't one of my patterns, and I can't remember who it was, and I haven't got a picture to show. Right, stitch directory again, so that's more extra motifs and things like that. Then professional finishing techniques. Once you've mastered the craft of crochet, you'll probably find that you are addicted to making exciting and innovative and exciting fabrics. However, once these pieces are complete, it's important that you learn to finish them off in a professional and neat way. Bad finishing can completely spoil the outcome of the otherwise a perfectly made piece of crochet. Okay, so they're talking there about sewing in seams and different stitch patterns that you can use. Oh, how to join circles together. How to join blocks together, how to join motifs, and making shapes to fit together. Okay, then there is a section on buttons and buttonholes. Even a bit about making your own buttons. That could be an interesting read. How to add zippers, that's a definite need. And picking up stitches. So, oh, we're getting close to the end now. So then there's sections about different shaped pockets. How to care essentials here, like washing, hand washing, machine washing, folding and storing, drying and blocking. And then a gorgeous section at the end about troubleshooting. Our glossary, resources and index, and then that is it for acknowledgements, and that is it for today's book. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at it with me. Okay, there wasn't many patterns in it, but as I've said during the video, this would be a brilliant one for honing your crochet skills if you wish to. So definitely worth a read, whether you purchase it or get it in from your local library. Alright, that is it for me for today. I'm heading off now. I'll see you all really soon, so if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.